Hey, and welcome to Tesla Northwest and EVs. So we just got back from a long road trip all the way down the Washington coast and into Oregon and heading back. And I made two videos, one there and one back. Very good road trip videos, lots of cool facts, lots of FSD content, lots of beautiful views and lots of cool content, but they're really long. I get it. They're an hour and 45 minutes each. And nobody probably wants to sit down and watch an hour and 45 minutes of FSD and road trips and views unless you're prepared for it, especially if you just want to see FSD stuff. So I'm going to put a compilation together of all of the drives heading into and in Oregon. So this video is going to start with us heading across the Astoria Megler Bridge into Oregon, and then clips of different things that FSD did while we were in Oregon. So thank you for joining me here at Tesla Northwest and EVs. If you like these kind of compilations, let me know in the comments, and head over and look at the road trip videos if you want some beautiful views of the coast and some FSD stuff and some facts. I'll also throw some facts in here when we see something interesting. So thanks again, and I'll catch you on the flip side here at Tesla Northwest and EVs. All right, we hit this little bit of road construction on 401, and we have this temporary light. Amos did great, stopped at the temporary light bar, waiting for its turn at this red, and we'll see how it manages to navigate through here. It looks like they lost a part of the road to a washout. Kind of a neat setup. It looks like they've got communication gear, so they can communicate back and forth with each other wirelessly, solar, likely some batteries. Okay, and let's see how we do through here. Well, so far so good. You gotta go around the bollards, or the Jersey barriers. Oh yeah, geez. Wow. Yeah, the whole road's washed out. Alright, and good job, Amos. Nicely done, buddy. Okay, we'll go ahead and crank our speed up and get back down the road. So that was awesome. Wow. Of course, it also had a lot of help with the lights and the Jersey barriers. So, and there we have the Columbia on our left. Right, look at this. This is beautiful. We're on this little strip of freeway 401 headed towards the Astoria Bridge. You can see it there in the distance, and we're going to be going across that into Oregon. What an incredible body of water, man. Puts our little rivers up in Whatcom and Skagit County to shame. You think about the Skagit River, like over the Nooksack.
Yeah, look at all them.
Yeah, they got some white caps on the water. And we're driving into some more rain.
Oh wait, is that Oregon right there? Yeah.
Across the bridge, yep. That's where we're headed.
Is it raining or is those waves? I know.
Well, that's white caps from the wind.
So this is the river right here.
Yeah.
Whoa, there's like a wrecked ship right there.
Isn't that neat? Oh, you're fine. Just don't say anything, like don't use any curse words. That's the only thing. Otherwise, you guys are good. There's a little barge there. I wonder if they sank that on purpose as a little, like, harbor, you know, so it sticks out and gives a little bit of protection for this little cutout, or if it just got washed up on the rocks, you know.
And nobody claimed it.
Oh yeah, this is such a cool bridge.
Takes like 10 minutes to get across the road.
Yeah, it's incredible, yeah. I'd have to look up the facts on it, but I'm sure it's got some kind of record, or held a record at some point. I mean, look.
Are we going on that bridge?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's keep working. I'm gonna cry.
You guys good? Do you need to stop at a rest area?
No.
Okay.
Last time we were in Astoria, did we go across the bridge?
I don't think we went across it. Quinn, do you remember? Did we go across the bridge with, I think we were with Chad when we came through here.
No, it was Piper.
No, we took Chad to the Goonies house.
No, we didn't.
Oh, we did.
Piper.
Oh. You sure?
We didn't take anyone to the Goonies house. Yes, we did.
Either way. Okay. work on the bridge, but it's the weekend, so they shouldn't be now. No, I don't think we've gone across this. I mean, I have as a kid. I'm sure you probably have as a kid too, haven't you?
Yeah, I just don't remember.
Man, that is incredible. No mobile homes over 12 feet wide. That's probably a good idea. Alright, looks like we're going to make a left and then hop on this this nice cool span here and go across the river into Oregon.
Guys, we're about to go to Oregon right now.
Okay, car, you got to get the
Wait,
left
so we're
lane.
still in Washington?
Yep.
Yeah.
This is Washington. As we go across this bridge, it'll say "Welcome to Oregon."
Wait, we're about to go to Oregon.
Forks
guys.
is
in Washington?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Car didn't swing quite wide enough for that.
Bye bye, Washington.
All right, here we go.
Why am I excited?
I don't know. It's always kind of fun when you go across this stuff. I always kind of like it. Oh, you're tethered.
We're going to Oregon right now.
Almost. We'll see a sign here in just a minute.
God, why is my
Right here. Now we're in Oregon. Yeah, I wish I would have had my. This would be a cool little short, but the problem is it's so long to cross this bridge. You'd run out of film.
Yeah.
Isn't this neat? And it is just raining to beat all hell too.
Are you still recording?
Yeah. And we got to go up this big hill up here, which is a bridge, right? This is all bridge right here. You know, something about Oregon Range just hits different. Maybe I like it a little better. There's another bridge. We're probably going to go across that one too over there. Yeah, see? We got to go across another big giant bridge too. So cool. I hope you folks appreciate this. The long stretch of tape here. I'm gonna cut it off, and then once we start heading up the span, I'll bring you back. All right, here we go. We're gonna climb the hill. My daughter wants to go sliding on it. I'm sure when it gets icy, it is a. I'm sure it is a skating rink.
It looks so fun to go down.
Oh, can you imagine? You'd be getting all kinds of speed, yeah. And this is a lift bridge so that the ships can get in and out. And that's why we got this big slope here.
Why is there so many boats?
Because this is a pretty busy port area, and they can go up the Columbia to get to different facilities. Yeah. That's why the river's so important right through here, is it feeds. They can go way upriver into like Longview and other spots and unload grain, load pulp and paper, whatever they need to. Oh yeah, here we are. We're on the lift bridge.
Well, this bridge is like scary. Not gonna lie.
Looks like we got some kind of goofy whoop-de-doo to do too. And then we're going across another big giant bridge. Well, I hope you guys are enjoying this. If you've made it this far into the road trip video, you're getting a real treat. Because I don't think a lot of people get to do this all the time. Look at these cool houses. All right, I'm going to slow down. And we got a Kia Niro in front of us. So I believe that is the electrified version. So we got a buddy in front of us, an EV. Okay, we made it through here.
There's never a KFC there. I think they put that in.
New KFC.
Yeah, they've never had a KFC
That,
there.
that building. That's the Cannery. Oh, that's a hotel.
Do you come through here pretty often?
Yeah, I went here like 2 summers ago and that wasn't there.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess you can never have enough kitchen fresh chicken. So far, so good. Little weird loop-de-loop. Amos isn't confused. I do think there is some rule that they have in the neural net.
That is huge. I did not see how huge that was.
Right? Huge span. Something in the net that tells it, like, if you're going a certain angle of turn, you need to turn your blinker on. Yeah, we were on that.
That makes me want to throw up.
Yep,
Yeah,
we just
same.
came across that. And now we're going to go across another
Don't
one.
look at it. Don't look at it. Don't look at it.
That's so high up.
Can you imagine being the people that built that?
Oh, I would have like cried. I would have probably died because I had like a panic attack. Not from falling, a panic attack. What if the Tesla just had like a phantom swerve?
Oh no. I'm paying attention. Alright, we're going to hop on the
Jinx that.
Oregon Coast Highway and go across another bridge here in just a minute. Made it through that weird little loop-de-loop fine.
Another bridge?
Yeah, we got to
Like
go
a big
back.
one, or is it shorter?
It's pretty big. That one right there.
Oh.
Yeah. So this should be kind of interesting. Got a little roundabout to go through. This is Astoria, cool
Head
little
southwest on West Marine
Wow.
Drive toward Portway.
town. You're
Sorry,
connected to the car.
Why am I
Kinda.
connected?
I don't know.
That was
Weird.
kind of loud. Just a little. Zip time, jump.
Yeah, I know. I need to pay attention.
I got it.
Yeah, never mind.
Okay. Yeah, this weather sucks. So we're in the right lane for the roundabout. Good. And I'm going to follow our buddy, I think, across the bridge here. Oh, God, this weather is terrible. Okay, good. Good. Well done. Little hesitation there. Look at how nice it is over on the Washington side.
And we just left Washington.
And we got some road construction across this bridge, so we'll check back in with you folks as we go across. I don't think we'll see too much that's exciting here. And we're dropping down into Cannon Beach here, folks. Beautiful spot. Car slowed down a little bit too much there.
Well, I mean, it is 35.
It saw the sign for the other road. Speed limit's 55. Yep. Yep, so it's still picking up odd cues on lights or on signs, but look at this. This is going to be gorgeous.
The rocks out there.
Slow down just a little bit. We should get a good view here in just a
I
little
was
bit.
like, oh, we should go here.
Yeah, so this is a really great spot on the Oregon coast as well. Just about 40 miles north of Tillamook. Unfortunately, we got trees all around us, so you can't see nothing. So if we see something, I'll bring you back. All right, so we are popping back out here on the Oregon Coast Highway. Again, it's love the scenic routes that autopilot takes. Now it's way too far back. The stop bar is up quite a bit more. And I just don't feel comfortable with what it was doing. I'm sure it was fine, but I wanted to take over there. It probably, again, has enough planning that it knew it could start accelerating and come in behind that Jeep, but I like to play it safe. So here we go, 101 again, and we're about 7 miles from Tillamook, so we'll be hitting up I think maybe the cheese factory and getting a charge. So this is pretty cool. The cheese factory is here on our left, Tillamook, and the charger is going to be right across from it. So we're going to let Amos take us the rest of the way. We're passing the Tillamook cheese factory here on our left. They got a big old boat, the Morning Star, parked out front. Isn't that cool? Let's see if we got a little place we can sit down and eat. Oh yeah. And we should be getting up here and making a left turn. Oh, the place is busy. So I don't know if we'll stop. We might just cruise on. But we're going to go get a supercharge. So the supercharger is a version 3, and it is right in front of us there and really close to the Tillamook cheese factory. So pretty cool thing to know. Go ahead, car. You can go. It needs to come to a full stop at a yellow. That's one of the stupid things NHTSA had to do. I could have just cruised through there, but whatevs. Hey, it looks like we got somebody hanging out, another Model Y and a minivan. So we're going to head in here and get a charge at the Tillamook overflow parking. Check in with you in just a little bit, folks.
I have no idea.
Golly. trying to get through downtown Tillamook here, and it's a little bit freaky. No, car. You can't go that way, car. There you go. Not FSD freaking me out, it's these other drivers around here. I'm so used to Washington, and see, no blinker. Nice job, bud. Where it's like, what's this guy doing? Right? Ugh. I'm so used to Washington, you're not real aggressive in Washington. I'm usually the most aggressive person on the road, and here it's like everybody's like doing weird stuff. You can go, buddy. Let's slow you down just a touch. I'm not sure why it's 20 through here. It's not a school zone. Okay, there we go. Alright, we're going to goose our speed up just a little bit. That was weird. That actually made me a little bit uptight, and it wasn't even FSD that was doing it. It was the other drivers. Ooh, the Red Apple Inn. Alright, so we're just getting out of Tillamook here. We're going to get back on 101, the Oregon Coast Highway, blasting our way down to McMinnville. And I just punish myself by making all these clips, because now I have to edit them all together and fade them in and out. But it's okay. I appreciate the dozens of you that will watch this. So we can see straight in front of us here the Tillamook Air Museum. Everybody's shaking their heads at me because I was like, "Where? Whoa, look at that sign! It's enormous!" My wife's like, "It's probably just a giant building." And yeah, sure enough. So I don't know if it's coming up on the camera, but big letters, Air Museum on the front of it there. And we'll have to have an opportunity to stop maybe next time we come through here. I think we're going to try and check out the one in McMinnville. But this is a cool place too, and I'll put up a little bit of information about it here in the clip for you, so you can know more about it if you head down this way and think about stopping. So we got lots of charge. I checked PlugShare, and McMinnville is just covered in places to charge, so I'm not even stressing about it. We're going to get in with 40% charge. My hotel says, Best Western says they've got EV charging, but if they don't, PlugShare says it's all over the place. So looks like we got blinking yellow. Let's see what the car does there as we pass the Air Museum. Great advertising. You cannot miss that coming through.
It's like a airplane hangar.
Yeah, giant airplane hangar. I wonder if they might have kept dirigibles in there. Look how that is a huge airplane hangar. Yep, it's an old dirigible hangar. You see the towers there for where they can put the dirigibles at. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I'll get you a little history on that, folks. We'll check you later. So we're just cruising through here on 22, and one of the things I've noticed, you're going to see here, it's 30 mile an hour. The car thinks it's 30 miles an hour through here. The speed limit is actually 55, and every time we come on a corner with a suggested speed for going through the corner, the car changes the speed to that sign, and then as soon as we get out of the corner, it drops it back to 30 miles an hour. So I've been having to constantly go up and down with the speed as we go through here. I'm just waiting to see if there's any examples of that for you. None yet, but again, it says it thinks it's 30 and it should be 55. So we'll come up here a couple corners and see what it does. Yeah, again, it doesn't have any of those recommended speeds into the corner signs anymore now to mess it up, but that's what was really screwing it up. Kept seeing them, changing my speed, dropping it, raising it, dropping it, and I was constantly having to make adjustments. So we're about 40 miles from our place, and we will be getting into McMinnville just about 4 o'clock. If I see more examples of that behavior, I will bring it. Okay, there's 45 mile an hour speed. It changed to 45. We made it barely through and it changed to 35. So now I have to goose the speed back up. Really weird behavior, and I've had to keep it at the high setting due to this. So we've got some pedestrians here hanging out, taking pictures. I am going slow. I don't know what they're looking at. That's not a very safe place to be. So we can see here we've got this 35 mile an hour sign. It's changing all over the place, and it's settled on 35 miles an hour. And again, it's 55 through here, so it's kind of dangerous for it to be slowing down that much. And we've got another sign here. Let's watch it change to 25. So very goofy. And here we've got another one. It's going to change again. Watch, now I'm at 50. It thinks it's 30. It changes it to 35 and drops me down to 40. And then it saw that stop sign there and wanted to brake. So this rural route, FSD is having a hard time. I'm going to have to take over and let it finish. Full self-driving continuously keeps misinterpreting recommended speed into corner signs as speed limits and changing my speed limit constantly up and down. Alright, so there you go. You can see it failing here in Oregon pretty bad. So we made it on to, we were always on 22, but now we're on like the big state route 22. And the whole time we were going through there, the car continually thought it was 30 miles an hour. So I finally just had to drive about the last third of it because it was just getting to be too annoying. So a very interesting behavior there on the part of FSD. I don't know quite what it's doing, or autopilot. I'm not quite sure what they want to call it anymore, right? They ask you, autopilot is disengaged when you talk to them, but then we always call it FSD. So anyway, if I call it FSD, autopilot, just bear with me. I know what I mean. But we're headed into McMinnville. We got about 20 minutes left, and I just wanted to share that with you. It was very strange behavior on the part of the car there. So we'll check in when we get to the hotel and then call this a wrap. That is the Heritage Center. So it's a museum for Yamhill Valley Heritage. So they talk about probably their farming heritage and the pioneer spirit and logging that they did through here. And then our hotel is 1.3 miles away, so we should be getting there momentarily. And this is McMinnville, so we're going to hit it up. There's a great air and space museum. There's a cool heritage museum there. And then there's a wave pool and water park with the slide coming out of the nose of an airplane. So I'll get you a couple pictures of that. It's a pretty neat place, and I highly suggest you come. Plus we get to go by all these neat nut farms.
Why does it stink over here?
I'm guessing there's some industrial thing going on. I thought maybe one of you guys had tooted.
That was a roadkill.
I hope not. Alright, I think we're going to dive off of here. Let's see what it does. We should be taking 99 west. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah, good job. We're going to lower our speed, and our hotel should be just right up here. I think I put in the right hotel. If not, we'll just go find the right one when I check the reservations. Oh, hey there, buddy. Whoa, hey, fella. Not a good thing to have a shopping cart on the overpass.
Get the rest of his stuff.
Things you see when you're driving, I guess. I feel bad for the guy. I hate to see anybody suffer, especially with a wobbly shopping cart wheel. Oh yeah, that's the one. There it is, Best Western. It should have EV charging, so I'll be sure to show you that, folks. And I will be checking with you in just a little bit. So thank you so much. We're going to find EV charging and get checked in.
Oh my God, finally.
Alright, so we are going to be making a left up here in just under a mile, and I thought I'd let you see this little stretch here. Looks like our truck is going to be joining us probably. I can't understand otherwise why I'd get over. Oh, it's the lane in. Okay. That makes sense. And you know, the car with this latest update has been handling these really wide lanes better. It seems to center itself in them instead of trying to hug the fog line or the center line. Typically it was more often than not the fog line. So looks like we got a little bit of something interesting going on up here. Yeah, okay, so let's see how this goes. And like I said, this bypass must be a truck route to help get us onto I-5 faster. And Navigate on Autopilot's really pretty good about finding these kind of things. Okay, good speed. Nice follow distance. Now we should be following these fellas. Nicely done. And the car, I think, is going to hang out in this lane. I think that's perfectly okay. Yeah, good. So we got this big, wide, sweeping merge following behind this truck here in the car. I'm nudging the car along. Okay, now the car's back in control. Didn't like being behind this truck very much, I don't think. That's okay. We're not in a big hurry. And you can kind of see, look at that, some weird shadowing where it thinks there's two trucks there. And if the truck can take this corner faster, then we should too. I'm going to give it a little goose. Alright, and we made it around, but I had to encourage it. That was kind of slow. And again, there must be some rule in there that tells it not to go a certain speed once you reach a certain amount of angle or lean into a turn. So we made it onto 18, the bypass route. It's called like the Dundee-Newberry bypass route. This will take us to I-5. That wasn't terribly done, but I did have to goose it a little bit. So anyway, we'll check back in if anything else interesting comes up as we head towards Portland. Looks like we got about 30 miles or so to go. And here we come up to the South St. Paul Highway. It's only been about 5 minutes, but we're making another interchange here, this one right. And this will take us, I do believe, to Interstate 5 North. Ugh, this weather. Now it's not really raining, but we're getting a bunch of mist off of this truck. Alright, so car should be getting us in the far right lane. Good. Looks like we're following our trucker buddy. Not bad. Didn't need to brake quite that hard. Good use of a blinker. Excellent. Let's see how bad it cuts this corner. Good. Oh, I'm going to be a truck sandwich. I got another Mack truck behind me. Alright, Amos, you need to pull up. And there's no sign that says no turn on red, no right turn on red, so I'm going to give it a little nudge. And Amos is going to go. Okay, so he would have sat there and waited for that light. I had to nudge him through, so I would call that a half intervention. We would have been sitting there pissing off everybody, and there was no sign that said we couldn't take a right on red. So there you go, one mistake, but now it just got a lot of straight. Well, we got a turn or a long sweeping curve up here in a little ways, but we'll check back in again as interesting things happen. Weather hopefully might clear up a little bit, and we'll keep following our trucker buddy. We're approaching our next left here onto McKay Road Northeast. So again, Navigate on Autopilot's taking us this kind of convoluted route. So we got lots of turns right at the beginning of the drive. And we'll see how long that lasts. So we should be doing something interesting here. Probably have some cross traffic we'll have to navigate. And perhaps a turn lane. And the weather sucks. So let's see what happens. Got a Mazda behind us, but they're giving us a good amount of distance, so no worries. Slowing down nicely. We should be blinkering, and yep, there's our trucker buddy. Okay, good. That was nicely done. Now we have a big truck coming, and Amos would have enough time if he really wanted to go. Nice. Oh yeah, very, very well done. So it looks like we're rolling through a safety corridor for the next 7 miles. Fines double, so we're going to be careful. And we've got about 4 miles to go to our next stop, or our next turn. Oh, and let's see what it does with this digital sign here. Let's see if it picks up the trucker's speed. Nope, held it at what we want it to be at. So very good. If I see more digital speed signs, I'll bring those to you because I heard those might be an issue. And if we remember right, recommended speeds in the corners were an issue as well, so we'll be on the lookout for those. So we'll follow Trucker Buddy for the next 4 miles and see what happens when we get to Aileen Road Northeast. And we're just about to jump on Interstate 5 North, headed towards Portland. We should be in Portland in not too long. We're still following Trucker Buddy, so we'll see how our interstate merge goes. Looks like it's a relatively tight merge, so we're going to see what happens. I don't think it's a wishbone or anything, so might be a stop sign, might be a light. We'll find out, and then we'll be heading towards Portland, and we'll probably get a little more interesting traffic up that way. Not that this isn't interesting. Eating mist off of semi trucks is always awesome. And here's big Pape machinery. Kenworth. And if I'm not mistaken, Kenworth is owned by a great company right close to me named Packard. And they do lots of interesting work with trucks, including battery-powered trucks and doing automation with heavy haul trucks. Okay, coming into this little, looks like a little truck stop rest area type of place. And it's the end of the safety corridor, so we can go crazy again. It's always good. And you would think every place would be a safety corridor, right? Like, we should be safe wherever we go. Some places, I guess it's extra important. And we did pass a whole bunch of farms, so I can kind of understand that, right? You probably got lots of implements popping in and out into traffic. That's kind of an interesting thing hanging off this lights. So there's a little hesitation because Amos couldn't see the lights above the truck. And it's almost a cheat because we're behind a truck, so he's got somebody to follow. Okay, moving around in the lane a little bit, maybe trying to get a look, I don't know. Slowing down way too much. Didn't need to do that. I had to give it a little goose. Alright, and yeah, he does need to stop for the truck, so that's good. Good blinker. I'm glad they get the blinkers to turn on earlier. That was a real pain. Okay, and the car can just go. Keep going, car. Go, car. Okay, I had to nudge it again. So, okay, interesting. Hey there, bud. Lee. Well, he did that okay, but he wanted to run. All right, let's see how we do merging into traffic here. For whatever reason, it thinks it's 35. There, it finally adjusted correctly. I've got a semi coming up on my left, and he's going to run out the whole lane. Golly, that is just that's not okay. In Oregon, they got really short merge lanes, but now we should be signaling to get over. Come on, buddy. Let's get over into this other lane. There's nobody around us. Alright, I'm initiating a lane change. Again, not very impressed with FSD replacing autopilot, or this being the new autopilot, or whatever you want to call it. So anyway, there you go. I just had to initiate lane changes to get it over to the far left passing lane. It ran out the whole merge lane, and I had to goose it to get it to go around corners. The only thing it did right was not run into a Mazda that cut us off coming onto the on-ramp. So still frustrating. We'll see what it does as we continue through here. It is nice. It's scooched over for this big truck. That's nice behavior. So that's nice. Going down straight is comfortable. It's doing the maneuvers. It's doing the maneuvers that are sketchy, and it's the maneuvers that I want it to do. I mean, I like lane keep and cruise control, but I want it to full self-drive. All right, I got to couch my expectations, though. It's still doing way better than most people would have expected, and it's a much harder problem than anybody expected. So take it easy on FSD, Ryan, and let the Tesla team know they're doing an awesome job, and you guys are. So we'll check back in a little bit. As you can see, we got just a big straight shot, and as we go through Portland and we see the city of bridges, I'll show you some footage. All right, we're coming into these Portland corners here, and we'll be hitting the river pretty quick. Looks like we got a interchange in 2.5 miles. We'll see how it does. Notice I'm not in the left lane anymore. The car blinkered and got into this middle lane to follow the route, and I let it. It also has us going speed limit of 50, and yep, there's our speed limit of 50. Back just a little bit. And this isn't a terribly hard interchange, but it's a little weird, so let's see how it does as we come up here. Plus, we get a beautiful view of the city of Portland, which is an awesome, awesome city. Okay, car wants to make a change. We'll let it. We're gonna watch these signs to make sure it doesn't make a mistake, because I don't want to miss my exit or my merge. And I will intervene for that, because I just don't have the patience to let it take me wherever. So be mindful of that. I'm on a road trip home today, so if it screws up, I'm gonna take over. If I screw up, it's okay. But if the car screws up, oh no. Man, the speed limit's 55. Everyone's hauling. I don't want to be the slow guy, but I also don't want to be going too fast through here. Okay, car's a little leery about coming through this corner with this big truck next to it, but it's doing it just fine. Hugging the yellow line quite a bit. Okay, not bad. Yeah, looks like we got some construction going on. Always growing. There's the beautiful city of Portland. Okay, the car is needing to get over. You need to get over, bud. Okay, it knows it needs to get over. It's accelerating. Nope, this is Portland. And okay, it did it. Great job, car. You cut a guy off, but you know what? That's what happens up here, I think. Yep, no, this is Portland. So you can see the tramway that goes over the I-5 there.
What is that?
It's like a gondola or a suspended basket. Yeah, you can ride across.
I want to. That looks fun.
Well, you have to come visit Portland. All right, nicely done.
That's cool.
Yeah, isn't it? You can see one right there coming across out your window. Okay, good job, car.
Wait, so are we in Washington?
Nope, we will be in just about 10 minutes though, and as you can watch here, we're going to go over this bridge. We'll be going over the Columbia. We'll go across the bridges a couple times.
I've been through here. My dad calls it the second Seattle.
It's bigger than Seattle, I do believe, but yeah, it is. It's a cool city. The city of bridges. Or is that Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania? I don't remember. There's a lot of bridges in Portland though. There's some right there. We're going across one right here. Okay, we're hitting the brakes. I got a big old semi behind me.
I hate semis. It's scary.
He stopped okay. Yeah, look at all the bridges out through your window there. Okay, well done. Let's see if we can make it the rest of the way through here without intervening. So far, so good. The truck's giving me a good amount of space, but he's still going pretty quick. Okay, not bad. Plenty of follow distance, and that's probably a good thing. Gives people a chance to cut in, but look how tight everybody's following each other up there. All right, goose our speed back up here. Okay, that was good. Normally that's a bit nerve-wracking, but FSD made it through there just fine. Oh no, you got a ways to go yet. Beautiful glass towers up there. I imagine they have to spend a lot of time washing those. Tesla. And let's see, we're about 86 miles from our supercharger, 66% state of charge, and Amos is expecting to get in with about 18%. Stay in your lane, bud. All right, good. We're still rolling here. Everything's going good. Probably the most congestion we'll see until we get up back closer to Tacoma and Seattle, and even then it might not be too bad just because of the time of day we're rolling through. So here we're getting a really, really great example of FSD through city traffic on Interstate 5 North. Good. I've got it to not use HOV lanes when it's an FSD, but I'll blinker it over and to get into it when we get up here. Alright, so far so good. One more bridge to go across, which we're coming to right now. Or no, we already, that's the bridge we go across to get into Oregon, my bad. There's another one up here, but not the one I was thinking. Alright, good, we're speeding back up. And we should be getting to Vancouver just about any time. Good. We're going to use the HOV lane in just a second. And then I think we will check back in with you in a little bit. Okay. We're rolling, folks. So, looks like we don't got too much interesting. We'll be in Vancouver here in just about 5 or 10 minutes, and I'll check back in with you if something exciting happens. Alright, we're still in Oregon. I had to stop and go pee. So now we're going to get back on the freeway. And the car's creeping and looking. Oh, yeah, it's got a truck coming, buddy. And a car from the other direction. Alright, go ahead, Amos. Go ahead, Amos.
Oh my god, just fucking do it.
Go ahead. There, we finally made it. That was rough. Okay, we've got a green light, and these people have a green light. And this is the last exit before Washington State. So, let's see how we do. We gotta go to Seattle. That was a little jerky. Okay, good. So really crappy getting out on the surface streets. Going really way too slow through here. Cutting into the other lane. Nobody's coming. But, like, terrible job. And it thinks it's 25 miles an hour. Like, go, bro, go. Go.
Those chickens?
God, that was bad. I literally had a semi-truck behind me. Literally had a semi-truck behind me braking, trying to let me in. And now we've got a big giant truckload of chickens going into Washington in front of us. Good eye, Savannah.
Ew, and there's
Why would we not be getting over? I initiated a lane change because we could get away from this truck. Again, come on, FSD, get over. Yeah, I had to intervene. Like, come on. Get us around these chickens. Okay, we're in Washington, but that was a shit show getting in there. Sorry for the language right through there, but that was bad. Stay in your lane, truck. Jeez. All right, now it should get a little bit more normal. We're not quite so busy, and I don't know, that was weird. So thanks for joining us trying to get into Washington. We're here, we made it.
yay.
So let's see what happens as we cruise through Amos's home territory here. So we've got our first speed limit sign. Let's see if it makes an appropriate change. And it did. Good. And this gentleman in front of us is doing a decent speed, so we'll check back in a little bit.